What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Zoro Yazi. I'm Nick. Today we are on a nice walk, just enjoying the views. We've been posting a lot of running videos lately, and people have been asking us, Nick, Zoro, how do you guys run with your dogs? How do you run with your dog? That's a great question. I'm so glad you asked. It's not very difficult, but it takes some steps. Okay. First, dogs naturally like to run. Some dogs might not. Depending on your breed. If you have a dog that's doesn't like to run, then sorry, you probably shouldn't run with your dog. But most dogs like to run. Depends on the distance. Not all dogs want to run forever. If you have a German short hair pointer, man, that dog will run forever. A Vizsla, that dog will run forever. But even Zoro, your Australian Shepherd, like he's more of a short burst kind of guy. So just understand your dog, understand how they work, good. Hey, hop up, good. Understand how they're wired, how they work before you decide how far to run with your dog and if you want to take this serious. Good job, buddy. Okay? Now, okay. Popo. All right, come on. Okay, so now we're going to break this down in a few steps. Okay? First thing you need to do before you start running with your dog is the gear. It's not a lot of gear. You probably already have all of it at home, to be completely honest with you. First thing you're going to want is a normal leash. That normal leash is going to give you the most control of your dog when you're running. I'd recommend starting off with this, okay? Get a nice long line, maybe like a 6-foot leash, okay? Maybe use a harness in the beginning so they're not choking themselves a bunch. Like when they're running, if they're trying to go faster and you're going slower, because if you've never done it, they might be tempted to just take off right when you start running, and you know what I'm saying? We don't want that, right? So get that leash. It's gonna give you the most control of your dog, and also you can start to learn what maybe triggers your dog while they're running. If your dog loves chasing squirrels, if you're running with your come on, if you're running with your dog might be more tempted to chase that squirrel. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're running with that leash. Next piece of gear you could possibly use is that flexi leash. Zara, let's go. Come on. The next thing you could possibly want to use is that flexi leash, okay? That flexi leash is going to be my personal favorite because it allows you to have just more options when it comes to walking and running with your dog. You can, give them some more line and let them really get out in front of you. And then in certain situations when you need them to be closer to you, of course, you can shorten that line up and have them right next to your side. So that's my personal favorite. I do have to say with that flexi leash though, the handles aren't as like secure as a normal leash. And when I say that, I mean with a normal leash, I can put my hand through the loop, wrap it around my hand, and it feels secure. With the flexi leash, you have the handle. It's just that's it though. You don't have that like loop and around your hand. So not a big deal, but just something to keep in mind. But again, that's my personal favorite. I think the flexi leash allows your dog to really run out in front of you, and then we need them to come back to you. They can do that as well. Okay. Let's go. Come on. Hey, stop. Come on. Let's go. All right. Now, the third thing. The third thing is going to be the hands-free leash, which is what I'm wearing now. So I'm wearing a running vest right now from North Bark. I love them. Great gear, great materials. Highly recommend it if you're a runner. It has pockets for treats, pockets for your water bottle, everything you could need, a bunch of zippers and stuff. So I'll make a review of that later. Hands-free leash is going to be the next step when you run with your dog. I think people start off with this. I think that could be a mistake just because you don't have the amount of control that you may want. Hey, let's go. You don't have the amount of control that you might want when it comes to running with your dog. Come on. Now, when you Zoro, let's go. When you're running with your dog, you want to have control. If you've never ran with your dog, sometimes you're like, whoa, this dude is pulling. He's really going. And you don't want to choke him. So the hands-free leash can be a little difficult to control sometimes, but it's going to be a great option for you because you're hands-free. You can really, really run. Sometimes it's awkward when you're running with the leashes because your arm's going back, they're going forward. If they switch sides, it gets a little difficult. That hands-free leash will allow you to have hands-free, and it feels the smoothest while you're running. It almost feels like weird because you're running and you're not holding anything, okay? And before I get to the next part, that reminds me, don't allow your dog to switch sides. Pick a side and go with it. Because if they're switching sides, you have to switch your hand in the leash and they're going left and right, left and right. It's just too much, it's too difficult, and it's not going to make it an enjoyable experience. So that's all the gear you're going to need. Simple stuff. You already have it at your house, but that's how you want to use all of it. Next step, start slow. Start slow. If your dog's never ran with you before, they're going to be ready to take off. You're going to get tired, and they're not going to get tired. So start with something small and just run around the lake. Sprint down the street with them. If you try and start off with a long run, that's just not the best idea. So if you start small and build your way up, it's going to create a good experience for your dog. Let's go. Come on. Hey. Come on, man. Let's go. You're with me now. You're done. Let's go. Heel. Touch. Follow. You're with me. It's not going to create the best experience for your dog, okay? So this part, like I said, it's not that difficult. Start small. Run on the block and back. Run around the lake and back. If you have a more active breed, maybe just go run 1 mile. Nice little jicky jack pace. Touch. And just go from there. It's not going to be difficult. Your dog will like it. Dogs like to run. But just make sure you keep it fun for them the whole time you're doing this, okay? And then the last thing to do to start running with your dog is have fun. Build up, see what they like. See if your dog likes to get out in front of you, maybe switch to a hands-free. If they're really going, maybe get on the bike and bike with your dog when they run out in front, right? If your dog's just chilling next to you, then just, use a normal leash and just nice little jog with your dog, Every once in a while, pick up speed, let them really go. Hey, heel. You're with me, rest of the way. Come on. Touch. Pick up some speed, let them run a little bit. But guys, that's all it is. It's not that difficult, okay? Don't overthink it, okay? Get your leash, go out there with your dog, and jog. See what they like, see what they don't like, and then adapt, okay? I recommend the Flexi leash. I'm just going to give you the most options. 3510. Give your dog the most freedom, okay? But you have other options and things you can do, and then you can progress and build up to a hands-free or the biking thing where you bike and your dog's like going crazy, okay? So guys, that's all I'm going to do in this video. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet before I start to ramble. Beautiful views out here, as always, in good old Columbus, Ohio, with Zorro. If you guys start running with your dog and you have any issues, any problems, comment them below, DM us, Zorro Liazzi on Instagram. Let us know what you're doing, and we'll help you out, okay? But again, the biggest thing you're going to do, start small. Jog down the block, a lap around the street, and remember, your dog's life is only going to be as good as you make it. Let's go.